Polkadot is a next-generation blockchain that combines multiple specialist blockchains into a unified and scalable network. Polkadot was designed as a part of broad vision for a Web 3.0 that protects users' interests. Polkadot is an open-source multi-chain sharding protocol that facilitates the cross-chain transfer of any type of data or assets, not just tokens, thus making a wide range of blockchains interoperable with each other. Specifically, Polkadot allows users to send more than simple tokens through the blockchains. Polkadot was created from the ground up to simplify the most common programming tasks associated with the decentralized application development. The platform was built with the Substrate. The Substrate is very popular in the market because it simplifies the process of creating, distributing, updating, and experimenting with different types of specific blockchains. This integration allows dApp builders to pay more attention to innovations rather than to mechanisms of building and managing a blockchain. DOT is the native token of the Polkadot network. It does not have a maximum supply like for Bitcoin 21 million. The smallest unit of account in the ecosystem is a plank. DOT plays some vital roles in the system. It's used to participate in governance decisions, including submitting proposals and voting. It can also act as an electronic payment system. Let's check now the history of Polkadot. The history of Polkadot actually begins with the history of Ethereum. Polkadot was founded by Gavin Wood, co-founder, CTO and lead developer of Ethereum. He's also known as the person who invented the programming language for smart contracts called Solidity, which resides at the core of the Ethereum's functionality. In early 2016, Wood decided to leave Ethereum to build a more robust, programmable blockchain. In October 2017, Polkadot launched its ICO, one of the largest of that period, raising $145 million. The enthusiasm faded a few weeks later. Parity Technology, originally ETH Core, one of the main development teams behind Polkadot, was hacked. More than 60% of the research and development funds disappeared in a flash. This slowed development considerably during the early stages of the project. In 2018, Polkadot came back stronger with the launch of BBQ Birch testnet. In 2019, Polkadot launched its own testnet called Alexander. The new developments brought an improved governance mechanism and a host of other new features. In 2020, Polkadot pushed its development further by enabling DOT transactions. What problems does Polkadot solve? Polkadot attempts to address one of the most pressing problems facing the blockchain sector, namely interoperability. Currently, blockchains function as separate chains of data with little possibility of exploiting information between them. Polkadot eliminates this problem by integrating a variety of technologies. Notably, Polkadot is even capable of communicating information from private blockchains to public networks and vice versa. There are endless reasons why one would want to connect individual blockchains. For one thing, the ability to send any type of data through any type of blockchain would revolutionize the industry, opening the door to potential infinite application scenarios. Polkadot introduces a new era in terms of scalability, interoperability, and security. Developers can start building next-generation applications that get authorized data from a private blockchain and use it on a public blockchain. According to some analysts, these capabilities suggest that Polkadot is a credible threat to Ethereum's dominance. How does Polkadot work? Polkadot is an heterogeneous multi-chain network, which means that it connects various blockchains designed for specific purposes together in a single ecosystem. These different Tier 1 blockchains are known as parachains due to the way they process transactions in a parallel and are linked together via the Polkadot relay chain. Let's check now the relay chain. At the heart of Polkadot's functionality is the relay chain. This protocol is responsible for shared security, consensus, and cross-chain interoperability of the network. In particular, consensus on the transmission chain is achieved through two single responsibility consensus mechanisms. The first is for the production of blocks and the second helps to achieve the purpose. Let's check now the parachains. Parachains are sovereign blockchains. These are networks that have their own tokens. In most cases, these networks are optimized for specific use cases. Parachains are free to design their own governance mechanisms, allowing maximum freedom without affecting other parachains. Let's check now the parathreads. The parathreads work in a similar way to parachains, but with some minor changes. These networks operate on a pay-as-you-go model. This model is more convenient for blockchains that don't need continuous network connectivity to function properly. The bridges are another important feature. This protocol allows parachains and parathreads to connect and communicate with external networks such as Bitcoin. Bridges expand network interoperability. Let's talk about the governance. Polkadot presents a multi-level governance model. This model allows for protocol updates without the need for hard forking. The system integrates a transparent chain vote to keep the community cohesive. The Polkadot community is made up of two groups. The first is the council members. Board members are elected to represent passive stakeholders. These nodes play two main roles. They can propose new referendums on the network and they can vote against proposals they deem dangerous or prohibitive. The second group is the technical committee. The network is also composed of the technical committee. This group is made up of teams that actively build Polkadot. Their responsibilities include proposing an emergency referendum. This system helps speed up voting and implementation of the most important updates for the network. Let's check now how to store our DOT. There are a few ways to store our DOT safely. The platform offers users an official Polkadot.js wallet for free. The portfolio is divided into two sections. The controlling section can issue orders over the network, while the stash function is used when storing large quantities of dots. There are some really cool mobile wallets for this cryptocurrency. One of the most popular options is the Polka Wallet app. Mobile apps are much cheaper but are more susceptible to hacks because they stay online. If you are looking to make a major investment in DOT, or if you are planning to hold this cryptocurrency for long periods of time, a hardware wallet is the best option. Hardware wallets keeps your encryption stored offline. This strategy prevents online threats from gaining access to your properties. The Ledger Nano S or the more advanced Ledger Nano X both support Polkadot. A curiosity if and when you will transact using DOT. Polkadot addresses always start with the number 1. Let's come to a conclusion. Polkadot has all the credentials to become a project of comparable importance to the one that Ethereum has today. Despite the difficulties caused by the hack suffered in the past and all the other difficulties related to the complexity of the project, Polkadot is showing resilience to concreteness. Before investing in any project, as always, we recommend that you always do your own research and assessment.